In this episode of Get Real with Rajiv, I'm going to answer questions around how do you manage your temperament when your team makes silly mistakes. I'm also going to talk about how do you manage your conviction and confidence while you're working hard in this post-COVID world and not getting the desired results. I'm also going to talk about how do you set goals if you're an absolutely new business. And finally, I'm going to answer the question around how is it possible that certain businesses are growing even without having any processes or systems in place. So if you'd like an answer to all these questions, I want you to watch the next episode of Get Real with Rajiv. Hello everyone, welcome to episode number 56 of Get Real with Rajiv. Like every single week, I'm going to be answering 4 of your questions, and today Pawan is going to be the voice of your questions. So Pawan, what's the first question?
The first question is from Abhishek Sharma. How do we set goals for a business that is absolutely new?
Well, Abhishek, good question I would say, because I know you are asking me this question because you have a dilemma in your head as to should I set an ambitious goal or should I set a safe goal. I would say set a goal which on a scale of 1 to 10, if you have to rate it, it should be level 10 in terms of how challenging it looks, and it should be level 10 in terms of how inspiring it should be for you to want to chase that goal. And please understand this, Abhishek, when you are a new business and you have no reference point of the past, when you have to set a goal at level 10 of challenge and inspiring, even though it seems outside your comfort zone, purely because I want you to understand that the purpose of a goal is to move you in that direction. Let's just say you set a goal worth 50 lakh rupees for the year. Now what will happen is your brain will start thinking, how do I achieve 50 lakhs? Let's just say you set a goal of 1 crore for the first year. Your brain will start thinking, how do I achieve 1 crore? So the goal of the goal is to move you in that direction. So set a goal that is level 10 on the scale of challenge and level 10 on the scale of inspiring. Whatever feels right for you, start with that, knowing and giving yourself the permission to not achieve that goal and getting it wrong totally for the first year. That's totally fair, but put the sincere effort in creating the strategies, developing the systems and developing the skills to be able to achieve that goal. Because the goal of any goal is to move you in that direction. I hope that gives you some direction on how to set goals as a new business, Abhishek. With that, let's go to the second question for this week. Pawan, what's the second question?
The second question is from Kadam. I understand that for any business we need to follow certain systems, processes to go to the next level. But when I see businesses around me going to greater heights and I see that they are not following any of the processes, what do you think they are doing right while I'm not?
Well, I would say that their nakshatra and gotra and their stars are aligned for them to make money and yours are not. I'm just kidding, Pradyum. All I would say is this. I've had that thought myself as an entrepreneur sometimes, where I see a guy, no process, no system, total chaos, and they're still making money. It makes me question my level of luck, my level of karma, or my level of destiny. And I wonder, Baba, how is this guy making money? But the reality is this. The reality is that, you know what? They've got something going their way. It could either be an amazing product, which is a total monopoly where everybody wants to buy that product. It could either be an amazing network where they are able to leverage their relationships and open doors and get enough orders even if they don't have processes and systems in place. Or it could be a monopoly in a market where there is no competition, where there's hardly anybody targeting that geography, hardly anybody targeting that segment or that market. So there has to be something that's a differentiator that is working for that business, that is making amazing amounts of money without even having processes and systems. So what I would say to you is ask yourself, which one of these rules of making money are you not following? Are you offering a product that is solving a significant problem or fulfilling a significant need? Are you having a core differentiator where your customer wants to buy from you? Are you well marketed? Are you targeting a segment where there are not too many people tapping into that segment? Are you reaching out enough and consistently to enough number of people so that you make enough amount of money? Because these are the foundational rules of making money. And once you do this, please know you will make money. But beyond a period of time, when you want to scale, building processes and systems becomes a necessity, and it will be a necessity even for that business whom you're looking at today and wondering they don't have any process, they don't have any system, they're making money. So when it comes to scaling up your business, then definitely you will need the processes and systems. So I hope this gives you direction that processes and systems are necessary for scale. For making money, you got to have one factor that is working in your favor tremendously. So what's that one factor is the question I would ask you to answer for yourself. So with that, let's go to the third question of this week. Pawan, what's the third question?
Bhaskaran Balakrishnan asks, I face this issue with my team members where they just do not use their common sense in simple tasks. It leaves me fuming and I lash with them. How do I handle this better?
I think there's a cosmic message in it for you, Balakrishnan, to develop more patience. I think the universe throws situations at people who lose their patience easily, where they actually have to either take charge of their own emotions and be more patient, and that's when they see the shift in the other person. On a more human level, my response to you would be, Bhaskaran, firstly, set the right performance culture in your organization. Tell your team members that you're okay with them failing, provided they fail differently every single time. Because if they're failing the same way again and again, it can be quite frustrating, and it means that that failure is meaningless. It means that that person is not learning any lesson and changing their approach from their previous failures. So I always draw out the culture of fail fast, fail differently for any team that I have built. And I tell them that, look, I will not judge you if you fail. I will not have a problem with you if you fail, as long as you are failing differently. Because if you're failing differently, you're making progress. So that's the culture precedent that you have to educate and align your team members towards. And the second thing is managing your own response to when people are making mistakes. I know certain things can trigger you because in your eyes it is trivial, but what may be trivial in your eyes may be complicated in their eyes. So the approach I would use if I were you as an entrepreneur is I would hold the person accountable responsively. How do I do that? I would not yell, scream, attack, or insult a person, because that defeats my purpose as an entrepreneur. Think about it. When you yell at a team member, when you scold a team member, when you attack a team member, when you insult a team member, they become more defensive. And when they become defensive, then even if you're trying to give the right input, they are not open to you. Their ego takes over and they look at you as the problem. So I don't want to be in a situation where me and my team are playing tug of war with each other. I would want to have them on the same side as me. And therefore, when they make a mistake, instead of attacking them and abusing them, I would be very, very patient and ask them the question, what did they learn? A simple question like, what did they learn? Now, they have to reflect. They have to tell me what did they learn. And my premise to my team is simple. In any situation, you either bring me a result or you bring me a learning. If you're not able to bring me a result, bring me a learning at least. And when they bring me the learning, I will ask them another question. Okay, now that you've learned this, what will be different from your end? Tell me what will be different about you as a person. So I'm not asking them what will you do differently and by when will you produce the results. That is the next question. But I will ask them a question like, what will be different about you? And they'll say, okay, I'll be more focused. I'm saying, okay, I'm going to hold you responsible to being focused. From here on, I don't want to see this lack of focus anywhere again. So I'm taking a commitment from them on a behavioral change that they have to show. I'm just increasing their consciousness at this point of time. And then I will ask them the question, when will you get this done and how will you get this done? So I'm coming to the work towards the end. I'm working on the personality before I'm working on the project or the task. That's an approach I would take repeatedly as a business owner in holding people accountable, and I will always remind them, I'm okay with you failing, but I want you to fail differently. You can't fail the same way, because failing the same way is insanity. So Bhaskaran, use that approach. Don't go to attack. Don't get aggressive with them, because that will defeat your purpose. They will become closed. They will not be willing to take responsibility. They will not even take inputs from you, even if you have valid inputs for them. So just be aware of that trap. I hope that makes sense, my friend. With that, let's go to the fourth and final question of this week's episode. Pawan, what's the fourth question?
Jose God says, how do we build confidence and conviction in what we're doing during COVID?
Well, I would say that as long as you are constantly thinking about how you can add value to your customers and make money in exchange of the value you provide to the customers, how you can reach out to enough customers, how you can create or produce tangible results for your customers, I think you're thinking in the right direction, whether it is pre-COVID, post-COVID, no COVID. Having said that, I also understand the context of your question is more coming from the aspect that you're working hard, but you're not seeing the desired returns on that hard work. If that is your situation, I just want you to know one thing, that for results to happen, you need effort, which is the amount of activity. You need effectiveness, which is the quality of skills and strategies that you're investing in that effort. You need the right energy, which means if you're doing it with desperation, desperation creates repulsion. It's not going to work out for you. So make sure you are managing your personal energy well. And finally, you need the right environment. And if as a business you feel the environment is unfavorable for your business during this time, then look at how you can shift the environment by providing products and services that are relevant to people today, or look at kind of reconciling with yourself. Because of the change in environment, the effort to return ratio would change in your business, which means you have to put higher effort to get the result that you used to get in the past. You need to weigh your options on what is the best option for you. But the key is to make sure that you're not losing your energy to uncertainty at this point of time. You are your biggest asset during these times. And if you let fear seep in, you let doubt seep in, you let worry seep in, that's going to be self-sabotaging. That's going to be damaging for your business. So just manage this equation of results in your business. I would say write down results equals effort plus effectiveness plus energy plus environment, and whichever element you see is not in favor, enhance that to whatever is in control, enhance that element, and reconcile with yourself on the other elements and try and put in more effort, enhance the effectiveness by developing new skills, new strategies, change the environment by offering new products or new services, but most importantly, manage your energy. I hope that makes sense, my friend. With that, we come to the end of episode number 56 of Get Real with Rajiv. And I'm going to ask you to do what I ask you to do every single week. Ask more questions in the comment section below or on the WhatsApp number flashing on your screen. Share this video with as many people as you can so that they get the value out of this Get Real series. And this is Rajiv Talreja signing off. I look forward to seeing you in the next episode.